Hello, I'm Pastor Matthew Verhoeg, and this is Luke chapter 9, verses 44 to 50 in 3 minutes. This is the last section in the first half of Luke's gospel. In this chapter, we have Jesus healing many, feeding the 5,000. He is declared the Messiah by Peter, and he's declared God's chosen son by God the Father himself on the mountain. But in the midst of this glory, Jesus consistently points to his coming suffering and illustrates what that suffering means to his followers. Jesus says in Luke chapter 9:44, "The Son of Man is about to be delivered into the hands of men." Immediately after this, we have 2 episodes which show us what this means for our lives today. An argument arose among them as to which of them was the greatest. The disciples are divvying up Jesus' coming kingdom between them. I can imagine Peter and John arguing about who's going to rule Jerusalem. Peter, "I'm the boldest." John, "I'm the beloved disciple." But in the face of this, Jesus simply takes a child, and he says to his disciples, "Whoever receives this child in my name receives me, and whoever receives me receives him who sent me. For he who is least among you all is the one who is great." Now, in the ancient world, children weren't the center of attention like they often are today. You couldn't even teach a child the Torah until they're 12. The act of receiving a child meant that you identified with the least of society, those that are merely seen and not heard. I, like the disciples, can go through life trying to be the greatest. Jesus teaches us here that the only path to being the greatest in his kingdom is considering yourself to be the least. He himself shows this by taking the place of a servant, washing his disciples' feet, and ultimately going to the cross, the lowest rung of society, to die for the sins of the world. Even as the greatest one that ever lived, Jesus never sought greatness, only goodness in serving God and others. This child, who is a nobody in their culture, is a somebody when he's with Jesus, and we must be content to do the same. So, lesson 1, live a life of humble goodness instead of seeking prideful greatness. Next, verse 49. John answered, "Master, we saw someone casting out demons in your name, and we tried to stop him because he does not follow with us." But Jesus said to him, "Do not stop him, for the one who is not against you is for you." The disciples want to take pride in their group, the 12 disciples, but Jesus points them instead to the mission. If they are not against you, they are for you. So the second lesson is we must never exalt our own group above the mission of God. Thanks. This has been 3-Minute Sermons with Pastor Matt Verhoeg from the Valley Alliance Church. If you want more content, follow or like us and share this with your friends. Thanks.